You're watching Fox 13's Good Day Tampa Bay.
Sports injuries. Who can be held liable? We'll talk to one of our lawyers about that. Time is 7:28. We'll be back after the break.
Well, thank you. We're over here gabbing away about this. Get a couple of guys talking about law and sports, and we'll go on for all day. You remember this? Zion Williamson for Duke getting hurt when his sneaker broke apart a couple of weeks ago. He hasn't been able to play since. He might even miss the upcoming ACC tournament. Maybe he'll miss March Madness. We don't know. Fortunately, the knee injury should heal, should not jeopardize his status as a first-round NBA draft pick, but it raises some interesting legal issues against the shoemaker, Nike, who provided this shoe. Dale Appel joining us this morning to talk about it. So, does he have a case? And I would say a huge case if he has one.
He definitely has a case. Nike is responsible for manufacturing a shoe that is good quality for the intended purpose. So if Zion was using the shoe to hammer a nail in and it broke apart, he doesn't have a case. Yeah. But he was using the sneaker for the purpose it was intended. Now, the fact that he's 286 pounds and a 6'7" basketball player, well, people who buy Nike shoes, that's their intention, to use it for playing sports, including basketball. So he definitely has a case.
And what would he try to go at? He would try to prove lost wages, potentially down the road,
yes,
lost endorsement deals, all sorts of things.
All those kinds of things. He would have to prove that. I mean, if it got into a trial, which I don't think this will ever happen, but if he litigated the case and he'd have to bring experts in to prove those damages, and then Nike might say, those are too highly speculative. There's no way that we can know if that's actually the damages. And so there would be this back and forth between the experts that ultimately a jury would have to decide what to provide in terms of damages.
And I think what is also interesting is you got to remember Nike is still trying to court him because I'm sure they want to endorse him when he comes out of college and when he goes pro.
Yes.
So Nike wants to play nice, and Williams, that's an interesting relationship between the two if they do pursue legal.
Well, it creates a interesting negotiation for Zion Williamson and his agent. They have the ability to play Adidas and other shoe manufacturers and take Zion away from Nike. On the other hand, Nike's saying, well, gosh, if we can get Zion to come back and support our shoe and show confidence in our product, that's going to help us. So Zion's value as an endorsement for various sneaker companies has increased substantially because of this. So that might come up too in the litigation process. But the reason I say I don't think this is ever going to actually reach the light of day, so to speak, in any kind of protracted litigation, is that Nike has every reason to get a deal done with Zion in terms of a settlement and to add a confidentiality clause so the world will never know what actually happened, and this will be buried. Again, remember, Nike's stock dropped significantly in terms of value. I think it was about $3 billion the next day, so everybody's paying attention to this issue. And of course, Duke University has a claim too, potentially against Nike.
Because Nike is required to provide all the equipment and uniforms and all that for the players.
They have a contract. Yeah, they have a contract, although the contract isn't published, other Nike basketball college contracts are, and in there is a clause that says Nike's supposed to provide quality shoes. Well, a shoe that breaks, according to President Obama, during the basketball game 33 seconds in, is not going to be considered a quality shoe. So Duke could say, you breached our contract, and as a result, we have damages. We could lose the season. We could lose donations as a result. We can lose our own kind of endorsement deal. So Duke University could also make a claim against Nike.
Very interesting. We could talk for hours on. Dale, thanks for coming on. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Ask a Lawyer all morning long here on Fox 13.